whatever we do, change is coming. It's coming with the implosion of our imperium, and it's coming with the rapid degradation of the ecosystem itself. And there's nothing we can do to stop it. It's how we cope with this change. Will we respond rationally? Will we learn to speak to the world with a new humility and recreate structures within our own communities for sustainability? Or will we continue to live in illusion? And in a way, it's a matter of awakening ourselves to our new reality and responding to it.
Oh, welcome back to another episode of the best worst show on the internet. I'll be your host this evening. My name's Manuel Chavez the Third, or the Turd, depending on how you know me. Anyways, what up, dudes and dudettes and everything else in between? Because, I mean, I'm not going to participate in your LARP, but I'll at least acknowledge that your LARP exists, right? Ooh! Whatever. So what's going on with y'all? Been a few days. Hopefully you're doing pretty well. I've been all right, I guess. I got a few little things that we figured that we might want to talk about because the world seems to be cracking in a lot of really weird ways. Emails are starting to get thrown around again. People are talking about emails and pseudonyms and servers and all this other weird stuff that kind of seems a little bit strange. And yeah, there's another hurricane apparently that's about to be hitting Florida, or is already hitting Florida. Is it a tropical storm? I don't know. There's some shit that's going on in the world today. I mean, there's shit going on in the world every single day. Let's be real, at least when we talk about that. But probably, maybe you should be a little bit worried about some other stuff that I feel like is important to tell you about, because I mean, well, I don't know. It seems a little bit weird. Hey, wait, why is that showing this screen? That's weird. That's weird. I don't remember ever changing. I don't remember changing that. But whatever. Although, maybe you just had somebody else doing it for you. The FBI disrupts cybercrime operation by wiping malicious programs from hundreds of thousands of computers. Come again? The FBI wiped malicious programs off hundreds of computers. The FBI wiped programs off computers. I like it when we reduce these types of arguments. The operation's goal was to disrupt a long-running botnet, a networks of computers linked together by the same malicious program called Quackbot or Quakebot or Quackbot. I'm not sure how it's supposed to be said, but the FBI, yes, quietly wiped malicious programs off more than 700,000 computers around the world in recent days. The agency said that it was part of an operation to take down a major component of the cybercrime ecosystem. The operation's goal was to disrupt the long-running botnet, a network of computers linked together by some same malicious programs. Interesting. The FBI got the court's permission to proceed with the operation on August 24th, according to the copy of the warrant. Agents proceeded to hack into Quackbot's central computer infrastructure 4 days later, and then forced it to tell the computers in its botnet to stop listening to Quackbot. Nice. Yeah. Interesting. So, are you worried? Because you should be. Because they just said it without even saying it, didn't they? Yes, they did. They said, well, we can get a court order to go and delete files off of your computer. Even if you're unknowingly hosting a botnet, they could go onto your computer with the court order and delete it. How the fuck did they get access to delete it? Though they hacked into the central command and control server, and then they sent out a command saying to delete itself or stop listening. Yeah, likely fucking story, you guys. I don't really believe that. Not for a second. But yeah, you should probably be a little bit more worried about this, because that's them basically saying that they went into people's computers all over the world and basically gained access to them without their knowledge and deleted some shit off of it. And, okay, it was for a good reason or whatever. Yeah, we wanted to get rid of some of this botnet. Okay, let's disrupt a botnet. Cool. Let's just use the craziest overreach of our powers to date to do it, guys. Fuck it, man. Let's just hack everybody's shit. Why the fuck not? You know what? Anybody got a copy of those Hillary Clinton emails? You might as well delete that shit too. Yeah, let's delete all that shit. But yes, that's exactly what's happening. All across the world, the FBI with the carte blanche of the court system in the United States of America, just got literal permission to hack into somebody's computer and delete it. And you really think that they're going to stop at just like doing it for the bad stuff, huh? Yeah, you don't think they're going to use it for all those good things, right? You know, all those good things that they could do. All those good things that can get rid of, like misinformation and disinformation. We're getting closer to that point in time where things are just going to be bad, bad, bad. But that's okay. Just to put that one out for you. I feel like it was important. Some people aren't even going to talk about it or understand what the F just happened there. But guess what? Something big just happened there. And it's only going to get worse from here. Because what happens when people's crypto wallets start getting deleted and shit like that, and they try to like take them over and stuff? Because that's going to be one of the next things that they got going on, isn't it? Yeah, probably. Possibly. I don't know. What I do know is that, welcome to all the folks in the chat. How's it going to have to kill me first? What's up? No one here yet. How you doing, Virginia Olsen? Menthol Man, hello. What's going on to Magic Poop? Always a pleasure to see you, Edmond7. How's it going, Daniel McCoy? And Yicub24. We got Ted Hanks, Pate CM, Kevin Burns, Mr. V, and, oh yeah, Russell Dufresne. Yeah. That's a little bit strange, isn't it? It's a little bit weird, isn't it? I don't know. Maybe it's nothing. But I feel like it might be something, because if they could just delete malware off of your computer, what stops them from deleting other shit? Nothing! Nothing stops them from deleting other shit. So, yeah, I don't know. You might want to air gap all of your systems and shit like that. And if you don't know what air gapping is, well, it's probably too late for you anyway. So, you know, just roll them dice. Good luck. You know, that's all I can tell you. That's all I can tell you, dog. Roll them dice. Good luck to you, because it's probably not going to work out the way that you wanted it. But you know what? Hey, it's fine, dude. It's fine. It's fine. Honestly, weird shit be happening in the world today. Like, I haven't ever watched the Streamy Awards, but I was forced to watch the Streamy Awards because somebody sent me the next following video. It was actually from the Streamy Awards, which I thought was an award that was supposedly given out to individuals that live streamed, right? And for whatever reason, I looked to see, is that Dylan Mulvaney? Kind of looks like Dylan Mulvaney receiving a award at the Streamy Awards, which last time I checked was for live streamers, and Dylan Mulvaney wasn't a live streamer, but I guess TikTok Live counts now. So, I don't know, let's just check in to see the kind of messaging that they're all throwing down on it.
Oh my god! Hi! You know, I'm really shocked because I thought the only award I would ever maybe win was maybe a Tony Award, but now I'm a musical theater gal with a Streamy! Theater.
Yeah, and you're falling out of that top with your non-existent titties.
TikTok, we made it to the mainstream. 532 days ago, I made a coming out video that turned into my Days of Girlhood series. And my life has been changed for the better. But on the flip side, there's also been an extreme amount of transphobia and hate. And I know that my community is feeling it. And I now know that even our allies are feeling it. And I look around this room and...
Transphobia and hate? I'm not transphobic. I mean, if you want to try to be a woman or whatever, I mean, that's on you. I mean, obviously, I'm not falling for the act, and I'm not going to be playing along with your life, but you're free to do whatever it is that you want to do in your life. You know, Jesus teaches that do unto others as you want to do to yourself. So if you start throwing out shit like calling people transphobic and being all nasty, don't be all surprised when we throw it back in your face, okay? Because that's the way that it works, you know? You know, like, don't expect me to be turning the other cheek, okay? Don't expect me to do that anymore. I ain't doing it. But yes, Dylan Mulvaney is back. I didn't think I'd even be talking about the Bud Light person ever again. But, you know, anytime that this person comes up, it always seems to be a pretty big situation that people want to talk about. I mean, I still am getting notifications on Twitter because all of these, I guess, trans people that, you know, they got the she, her shit on their shit. And they're like, I'm a biological male, but now I'm a female. And then I'm like, well, you see, there are these things called chromosomes. They're XY and XX, right? You're either one or the other one. And that's what determines your sex and gender. Because they're the same thing, right? You know, like that was settled a long time ago. Psychologically speaking, you can't. That doesn't have anything to do with changing anything. Like what you think is not the same thing as being what you are, right? Like, I still don't understand why these people can accept themselves for themselves. Like, you were born a male or a female, you have to accept it. This whole mutilation thing and not accepting yourself seems to be very demonic, in my opinion. It's not very Christian, and sure, maybe nobody wants to be Christian anymore. Everybody wants to, like, hail Satan and shit, and that's fine. Whatever. You know, you do you, bud. I'm just saying. It doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem right that this person got a streamy, but meh. Shit happens, bro. You know, I trust the science. And the science tells me that chromosomes are a thing. And until we can change them, the conversation's over. Right? Right. Figured I would just bring it up again. You know, like I had somebody try to have this argument with me playing Rust, and I'm just like, look, bro, or sis, or whatever you are, I honestly don't give a shit what you do or what you say. I just expect you to be an adult, right? Because an adult, you know, adults, what they do is they talk about shit, and they're adult about it. Don't be a fucking child. That's really all I can think about with that. Why? You know, like, why can't we deal with people that are real?
This is a message for all.
I think it rolls into this next video pretty nicely, is that, you know, is transgenderism a cult? I mean, I always thought it was, right? Because these people are doing some pretty insane things and wanting to make some pretty insane leaps in logic and ideology in order to get folks to believe or do or say whatever it is they want them to do or say. It just doesn't seem right. Never seem right, but listen to this.
This is a message for all the trans allies out there.
Trans allies.
Everything
what
about
the fuck
trans
is that?
ideology
What is a trans ally?
Lie. And it's a lie that
is a trans ally just somebody that decided that they're going to agree with somebody's LARP? Because that's the way that I look at it. You know, like you got a man trying to LARP as a woman, or a woman trying to LARP as a man, and their allies are just the people that believe they're LARPs. So it's basically like Q and QAnon. It's the same thing. I told you I was going to bring that shit back. Now you understand why Q is Q, right? Right.
That is the exact opposite
that shit's gay,
of the
son.
truth. Let's start with the basics. Trans women are not women. They are the opposite of women.
But I ain't gay, I love pussy.
And trans men...
Honestly, though, I feel like this chick loves pussy just as much as I do. Just saying.
...are not men. They're the opposite of men. They're women. Trans rights are not human rights granted to all, but special privileges demanded by a few that remove the human rights of women, homosexuals, and children. And trans rights activism is not a civil rights movement, the natural successor to gay rights, but a homophobic cult that has attached itself leech-like to gay rights and is steadily killing the host.
Holy fuck, she's called them leeches.
Within the doublethink dystopia of the trans cult, gender-affirming care is sex-denying abuse that mutilates healthy bodies and creates lifelong patients for profit. And protecting trans kids is, in fact, grotesque child abuse that destroys their puberty, fertility, and future. And so, your allyship is in fact your complicity in the greatest medical scandal since lobotomies. And in this dark and tragic chapter of human history, you're not the hero, babes. You're the villain.
Mm-hmm. Like, God damn! God damn! Like, how could you put it any better? I don't think you could. Like, literally. All these people out there that are trying to join in and LARP, right? Because that's what it is. It's a thought experiment, thought game where they're trying to get people to change their minds based on very, very loose information and feelings, right? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words may never hurt you. If words are hurting you, like the things that people fucking say to you are hurting you, like, goddamn, son, close your ears, right? Or do what most people do and take a little bit of fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't give a shit. But no, it's just like people are too sensitive nowadays, I feel. And even more so, it's like you get a video from a person like this talking about how, like, yeah, it is a medical travesty. And I think about that. You know, the Christian in me says that all of these people should be saved. Even if they don't believe in, you know, some type of religion or higher power. You're not supposed to get them to believe in it. You're supposed to show them the way by helping them, right? And sure, maybe there's been some missteps along the way, as there has been with everyone else or whatever, but I think the moral ideology is still a sound ideology for the human experience, is it not? It was designed to be that way for the human experience. And I mean, the allowance and the acceptance of mutilation and hurting people, damaging the human body, to me, is just never going to be something. It'd be like chopping off your fucking hand, right? Like, nobody's gonna let me chop off my arm and replace it with a fucking gun like Barrett from Final Fantasy VII and shit. I mean, how badass would it be to have a fucking minigun on your arm? Shit would be dope. But am I allowed to do that? No, I'm not allowed to do that. They would put me in some kind of mental hospital or something. Be like, this dude wants to cut off his arm and put a minigun on it. Send this guy to the fucking... Send him to the padded cell. You know? Like, that's what I would get, but at the same time, it's like, when I was a kid, like, kids used to make fun of me. I'd be like, yeah, I have a twin sister, so they would be like, oh, so what are you like? What are those weird hermaphrodites or something like that? And I'd be like, nah, man, I got a dick. And balls. They're pretty big, actually. You know, like, what the fuck? But, like, kids used to try to make fun of me for that shit back in the day. And nowadays, it's just completely different. It's like, I don't understand it. I talk to kids when I'm playing video games sometimes because, you know, there's just squeakers fucking everywhere. And even then, like, they're bringing up this kind of ideology and shit on one hand, and then on the other hand, they're straight up dropping N-bombs and shit. So it's like, is there really any moral high ground, or is it also just a perceived moral high ground? It's an inversion, and I'll never be the person to accept it, right? Like, I grew up with gay people all over the place. Fuck, my next door neighbor, good old Lisa Benato or whatever. She's a great lady. She was totally super gay or whatever. It was funny. But, like, you know, did we ever have a problem? No, it was never a fucking issue. Just like, whatever, dude. It was never an issue. Nothing's ever become an issue until the whole T thing came out. And we had to, I don't know, suspend our beliefs. Suspend belief in reality. Yeah, like, fuck it. Let's just create our own reality. Our own new understanding and ideology of everything. And I mean, sure, I guess some people want to be it. Maybe there's a lot of people that want it. They're not my friends. They're not my viewers or whatever. Maybe I am in an echo chamber. But then again, I'll stay in that echo chamber because I'm just never going to get in with that. Like, I remember having this conversation with a girl that wanted to turn into being a boy. And I had already had another girl that turned herself into a boy. Well, as close as she could try to get it. And honestly, like, we would have arguments about this. And I'd be like, look, like, I'm not denying your identity. I mean, you say you want to be a woman. Or you say you want to be a man. And I was like, and I guess, for all extensive purposes, you're living your life as a man. Cool. I was like, but do I believe genetically you're a fucking man? No. I'm just saying, so we can change your fucking chromosomes so whatever you think doesn't fucking matter. That's it. I mean, but at the same time, being selfish is the human experience, is it not? And I feel like a lot of people don't ever go to this area that I'm going into right now, where it's saying that the whole entire trans ideology, the whole entire trans movement can be reduced to one word: selfishness. Right? Is there really any other thing that you could put to it? Right? Like, it's a very self-centered, self-focused ideology where it's always about fucking me, myself, and I, what I think and what I want and what I do. I want it and I want it now. Get your best Veruca Salt impression on, my boy. Because that's what it is. It's a satanic, which is a way of saying it. It's like Satan was selfish, right? Like, it's the same type of ideology, and you're never going to change my fucking mind, right? Because it's selfishness. So if you're selfless about yourself, you accept yourself for all your faults and everything that you got. Because you know what? You only get one roll of the dice, and what you get is what you want. Sure, we created this culture over the last, 40 years or so, like, where people started getting plastic surgery and changing their bodies because they wanted to get better. But isn't it selfish? You do it for you. You don't do it for somebody else, right? Like, you get bigger boobs because you want bigger boobs, right? You get face makeup and lip injections because you want it. Because you want people to see you differently. But isn't that just being selfish? Right? And that's why I've always just looked at the trans thing as being like, it's just a bunch of selfish people. Right? But it's so much more than that now. It's gone from being just a couple of selfish people wanting their cake and having to eat it too, wanting special privileges, to now, like, kids, families are being completely torn apart because, somebody said that they wanted to be a girl or a guy and they weren't that before. Right? We're chopping people up. We're cutting off limbs and shit. We're making eunuchs. You know what I'm saying? We're making eunuchs. Back in the day, that's what they did to slaves. Right? They chopped off of their manhood. If you were a male slave, they chopped your fucking shit off. And they made you a eunuch. And that shit was practiced in various different areas. It goes way back farther than slavery. If you were working for a king or somebody, they'd chop off your fucking manhood so you wouldn't even think about putting that dick inside the queen, right? Like, that's a slave ideology. That's a slave mentality. And that's really it. Elitism, what they deem acceptable or unacceptable, it's all the same, man. It's all the same. I feel sorry for folks that have to deal with that stuff on a daily basis, but you know what? That's where I think religion is the only thing that's going to help a lot of people in these areas, but there's just so many families nowadays that have lost their favor with God because they expect something almost selfishly, right? You know, they pray and then nothing ever comes or whatever. And is it because, you know, they're not praying right, or maybe because, you know, like they're just not listening? I don't know. But it's always the same thing, you know, people lose faith. Then they stop living a faith-filled life. They stop following a moral code. And then everything just gets weird as fuck after that. Weird as fuck. Weird as fuck. And I mean, you could see it in people all over the place, I think. You know, besides the whole trans ideology, outside of that, probably the craziest thing, you know, one of these things that shows you that, like, literally there is a sickness, folks. There is a demonic sickness that has beset a majority of the population. There's people that are like, well, I don't believe in God. Well, good. If you don't believe in him, he ain't gonna believe in you. You know what I'm saying? It's easier that way. How many of this are there? Probably a lot. And if there's aliens and shit, is it the same God for all the aliens and shit? I don't know. Or do they have their own, like, version of it? Is it like an aspect thing? I mean, I could explain it to you, but you guys probably wouldn't get it anyway. But, you know, let's take a look at another one of these entities, right? These people. People. Right here. This is a video of an administrator sitting down with the parent and their child. And they are very, very angry that this kid had a Gadsden flag on his backpack, the one that says, "Don't tread on me." And they're like, yeah, that's a symbol of slavery. Really? In my eyes, being transgender means that you're a symbol of slavery, right? Because you're mutilating your body and becoming a slave to the system. I mean, that's the way they had to do with slaves. They had to get constant medical attention and care.
Thank you. Do they know what the Gadsden flag is? That it's a historical flag?
So there, the reason that they do not want the flag, the reason we do not want the flag displayed, is due to its origins with
the
slavery and slave trade. That is what was
What?
the reasoning behind them. No.
Excuse me? Yeah, did you hear her? That's what she said. She said that the Gadsden flag has its origins in slavery and racism. I thought the Gadsden flag was what won us our independence from Britain. Yeah, I think it was. And by the way, didn't the Brits outlaw slavery far before the United States did? Like, we still had slaves in the U.S., and Britain had, like, totally outlawed it. And I mean, British subjects, like white people, were slaves, right? You know, like, slaves weren't just black people. Like, yes, there were some black slaves. Most of the black slaves got introduced to America by their black slave owners, but most of those African American slaves, and considering the slave owners, oh no, yeah, they had white slaves, they had brown slaves, they had black slaves. Hell, they even had Asian slaves. Crazy shit.
The Gadsden flag.
The "Don't Tread on Me."
Okay. Which is the Gadsden flag.
Look at her face. Look at her face. She's like, yeah, the Gadsden flag. It's a symbol of white
So
supremacy.
he's what's going to happen if he doesn't take it off?
He is able to go. I was actually just telling him, like, I was upset that he was missing so much school. I'm like, so I asked if can he just take his stuff out of his bag and go back to class. Like, I just want him to go back to class. The bag can't go back. It's got a patch on it because we can't have that.
Real quick, what does it say? The Gadsden flag is a historical American flag with the yellow field depicting a timber rattlesnake coiled and ready to strike. Beneath the rattlesnakes are the words "Don't tread on me." Some modern flags of the versions of the flag include an apostrophe. The flag was named after Christopher Gadsden, a South Carolina delegate to the Continental Congress and a brigadier general in the Continental Army. Wait a minute. Continental Army. The Continental Army was the army of United Colonies representing the 13 colonies and later the United States during the American Revolutionary War. Oh, yeah. Okay, so yeah. Right. So it didn't have anything to do with that. Let's see. The flag was designed in 1775 during the American Revolution. The flag was given to Commodore Isaac Hopkins. It was unfurled on the main mast of the Hopkins flagship, the USS Alfred, on December 20th, 1775. 2 days later, Congress made Hopkins Commander-in-Chief of the Continental Navy. He adopted the Gadsden banner as his personal flag, flying it from the mainmast of the flagship while he was aboard. The Continental Marines also flew the flag during the early part of the war. Okay, cool. So, at least we understand that even Wikipedia has that one in the right. But, like, when you have administrators and human beings and people that are willfully ignorant to the history because it doesn't suit their ideology or narrative, you have to ask yourself, what is going on between this kid and this lady that she is getting so triggered off of a fucking patch? You know what I'm saying? Like, there's some instability there that needs to be looked into.
In and around other kids. So that's what I was trying to, and then he said you were close. So I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with slavery. That's like the Revolutionary War patch that was displayed when they were fighting the British. Like, that's the revolution. Maybe you're thinking of like the
Confederate flag, maybe?
Or Confederate flag?
Okay,
Yeah,
History teacher that you tell them.
No, I am here to enforce the policy that was provided by the district.
Okay.
And definitely you have every right to not agree with it. I mean,
Because the ACLU says that he's allowed to wear that.
Well, then go to Rumble where they don't censor your comments.
So,
What you want me to? What you fucking want me to do about it?
On patches, period. Like if you said there's no patches.
If I turn that shit off, I'm gonna get less viewers.
Or cheer or anything like that. I think it's like one.
So it's like,
because
talk better.
Some patches, but not other
Kids
patches.
have patches like their names and like the American flag and backpacks.
This girl or this lady looks like one of those folks where if they had a Black Lives Matter patch or a rainbow patch, she'd be like, "Oh fuck yeah, I love you."
Yeah.
At this point, kids need to be fucking wearing patches on everything, where they have a fucking rainbow badge, the Gadsden flag, a Confederate flag, and then fucking Nazi flag just all on their fucking bags and shit like that, just to fuck with all the teachers. Be like, but I got the Black Lives Matter, bro, and the fucking rainbow flag. What? Why you getting all pissed off about my Nazi flag? Just a fucking flag. Yeah, think about that shit. That's where we're at right now. This is a kid. Fucking kid getting harassed for having a patch on his backpack. A patch on his backpack commemorating the people that fought their asses off to make this country a country. And now we're literally yelling at kids for simply supporting the country that they live in and understanding its history, right? Right. But yeah, you got a Ukraine flag? Oh, dude, you got a fucking Ukraine flag and a rainbow flag and a fucking... Yeah, okay, you all right, dog. Oh, you got the fucked up police banner up? Yeah. That's where we're at, dog.
That was flown during the revolution with, I just don't understand that at all.
So what I can do is
And if you go onto the ACLU's website, let's talk to
I
someone.
can
'cause I don't want
have
a
you
lawsuit.
speak
I really
to
don't.
I can have you speak to Jeff Yoakum
Okay.
again.
Okay.
And then he can.
I don't want a lawsuit. Yeah, bitch, you do want a lawsuit.
Okay.
Because, like I said, we're following district policy, is what we're doing.
Oh, yeah, let's just defer to somebody else's policy. Oh, I'm just following This other asshole's policy, is that what the Nazis said when they were fucking rounding up all the Jewish people and throwing them into concentration camps? This wasn't my fucking idea. It was the district that told me to round up all you Jewish people. It was the district that told me to gas all you motherfuckers. It was the district. It's the same thing. You know, hate to say it, but it's really easy to do diversion.
The last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I know, me
that's all,
too.
like,
He
the last
takes
thing I
his
want.
classes seriously.
Yes.
He studies. He wants to get straight A's. He did that.
I want him in class.
When he was here.
I just want him to, submit to my authority. All right, Kyle. Submit to my authority. You will not wear that fucking Gadsden flag on the back of your backpack, motherfucker.
Before he intends to do that again right now, but it's hard.
I'm just following orders. I was just following
I
orders.
understand that.
Yeah, and I mean, we teach him to always stick up for your beliefs, and I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade.
Yeah, we are. We're literally yelling at kids for being white. We're yelling at kids for being straight, to just being normal ass fucking kids, dude. It's fucked up.
Is what we're doing. So the last thing I want is him out of class.
Yeah, I know, me
that's
too.
all, like,
He
the last
takes
thing
his
I want.
classes seriously.
Yes.
He studies. He wants to get straight A's. He did that.
Oh, you're surprised the Z on the sneakers isn't bothering her? Oh, yeah, you can't wear those fucking New Balances. I see those Russian Z sneakers you got. You support Russia?
And I mean, you're going over the revolution for 7th grade.
That's
And
fucking
founding
funny.
fathers stood up for what they believed in against
You're
unjust
fucking funny,
laws.
Frozen
This
City,
is
dude.
unjust.
Okay, like I said,
It's
we're
unjust.
holding a policy that was provided to us, which we have to uphold.
Okay, can you show me where the policy?
Yeah, can you show me where the fucking policy says that you can't have a Gadsden flag? Yeah. I mean, that kid's probably going to be in the news some more. You're going to see some lawsuits. That'd be the kind of kid that was like, getting to go to the White House for being like a patriot and shit if like Donald Trump was president. But Donald Trump isn't president. It's Joe Biden. So yeah, they're probably going to fucking throw this kid in the gulag. Excuse me, kid? You're being patriotic? You better fucking watch out, bro. Wow. So, let's not be patriotic. Although, I'm not a huge fan of the police. Most people know that. I always make the funny jokes where I'm like, fuck the police or whatever. I see the police, I'll be all like, whatever, pig. And they'll be like, seriously, bro? And I'll be like, yeah, man. Seriously. Suck my dick. Anyways. But goddamn. Some shit happened. Like, in my neck of the woods, because Burning Man Festival just started or whatever, but people were blocking the road to Pyramid Lake because literally it's a state route that these people were on. It's a 2 fucking lane highway. It's super fucking dangerous for them to be in this spot. I've literally seen people get into accidents and die in these areas or whatever because of how dangerous it is. And some fucking geniuses, some climate protesters block the road, and watching the tribal police out of Pyramid Lake, the rangers out there, who are not the same as regular police. These are tribal police, okay? So they're from the reservation. They got different laws. They got different ways of handling shit. And I mean, I don't know what these motherfuckers were thinking when they did this shit, but I mean, it is crazy to see how quickly this thing
Everybody will be arrested if
was
not.
handled.
30 seconds.
30
You're leaving my
seconds.
vehicle. Let's talk. Get off the fucking road.
30 seconds. You have 30 seconds. Send your leader over. Let's talk. Get off the fucking road. Literally. If you look at that, this is the only road, right? It's literally that road. So these people just put all this stuff down and they're thinking, oh, well, we're going to just like stop all the people going to Burning Man. And they're not also understanding that that is like literally the only way for people to get anywhere in Northern Nevada, to the point where like they literally probably backed up traffic for like 5 fucking hours because they wanted to protest some shit. So they wanted to, why didn't you guys go fucking all the way to Burning Man and protest the dirt fucking road at least and stay off the state route,
Tommy!
Look at him. Look at that dude.
Take all of you out. You better move. You're the one.
Look at that shit, dude. Like, they had sacred geometry flags. They put a whole freaking trailer in the middle of the road, blocked it, chained themselves to it. These guys just literally gave 0 fucks and were like, no, we're gonna like literally drive this thing off the road. Like, look at how fucked up the front of that truck is from him doing that. Like, yeah, hey, let's block the airport and the one place that, the one road that ambulances and everybody else drives on. It's a fucking great idea. It's a great idea, guys. This is fucking fantastic. And yeah, you're the victims, right? Oh my God, the police tried to run us over or some shit. Nah, man, they gave you lawful orders. Y'all got 30 seconds to get the fuck out the road. Right? You can't fight them. What, you think the tribal police are gonna side with your ass, white lady? I don't think so. Oh, what? You were at Standing Rock? I guarantee you they don't give a fuck.
Get out now! Get out! On the ground! All of you on the ground now! Get on the ground!
We're not violent!
Get on the ground!
Oh, we're not
Don't
violent!
move!
You see him pull his fucking gun out, dude? He was like, get on the fucking ground! Get on the ground now! And then you can see the sacred geometry flags, which I was looking around and I was like, I don't know if those are specific to one group because I see those flags everywhere. I think it's just like a flag.
Give me your last name and date of birth.
So who's threatening to get the gun? No one has a gun.
Date of birth.
No one has a gun.
We have no weapons at all!
Officer, will you tell me where you're
We're environmental protesters! Please!
trespassing on tribal land.
Wow. What an do you see? This! We're protesters! Bitch, I'm pretty sure he knows you're protesters and he don't give a fuck. Like, look at Baby Huey coming up right now. Baby Huey coming up right now? That dude's a fucking mountain. And then this other guy is literally just manhandling this chick. Being like, stop fucking resisting! Which is just like, this is peak television type shit right here. Like, this is how protesters should probably be handled most of the time, right? Like, cops show up, they break it up, start arresting people, get everything all the way. But unfortunately, it's almost like, I don't know, I feel like I'm seeing these videos over and over and over again where the climate protesters are just continuously putting themselves in dangerous situations and then saying that they're the victims when people try to remove them.
Stop resisting!
Please!
Stop resisting!
Please!
What the fuck is happening? What the fuck? Our friend is getting fucking hurt!
Stop!
She was just standing here. What the fuck?
He's hurting me!
What's the badge number?
I just stop.
It's okay, kill you. Part of this.
What's your badge number? Bro, he's a tribal police. He doesn't know how to tell you shit.
Not part of this.
Look at this guy get fucked right here. He just like pushes him over and starts arresting him. Bro. Oh yeah, what's your badge number? Oh yeah, you really think you can interfere with this guy? This guy just took out that lady. She looked old as fuck. You think that this dude's not gonna stick his fucking foot in your back? Dumbass. I bet he fucking put your face down in like some cactus and shit.
Ollie, look at me.
Look at them. You can see they literally chain themselves, and then they got some weird pipe thing where they're like holding their hand on the inside of it, and it's apparently supposed to make it more difficult for them to be taken apart. And yeah, that doesn't work, actually.
Michelle,
That is a fucking thick ass boy, bro. That's a thick dude. What is this guy, like 6'5", 450 fucking pounds? Holy shit, bro. That is a fucking... This guy is like the mountain from Game of Thrones. Just fatter.
Finn back.
Ow! Ow! Oh, I guess their little pipe thing didn't work as good as they thought it was. She got her iPhone. Here, take my iPhone. Look at this shit. Yeah, I don't know why they would be in the highway. You know, they could have just protested on the side of the road. Held some signs. That would have been safe.
Yeah, make a video.
Traffic.
אתה לא מבין איך הוא הושיב את זה, אתה לא מבין איך הוא הושיב אותו.
Yeah, get your stupid fucking hat out of here.
והנה עכשיו משטרה באה. בוא.
Like, look at this fucking line, bro. Look at that line. Look at it. So it's probably 90 to 100 degrees outside. You got cars idling on the blacktop for hours on end with a line that just goes as far as the eye can see. Oh, and then can you see the curve? Because I could totally see the curve anyway. But like, yeah. By the way, all of those people that are stuck on the road because of these folks, one thing that you probably don't realize is that there's not much gas out there. So basically, like, I see an RV and another RV and another RV and another RV. Most of these people are basically on their way to the second or third to last stops that they have to be able to actually get fuel and shit. And I mean, there's probably a lot of people that got stuck. So I don't know. I feel like everybody driving to Burning Man doesn't own a private jet.
Oh my god, this is holy shit. Thank you, police.
Thank you, police.
Stay inside your vehicle.
Stay inside your vehicle. Yeah, mean ass fucking cops. But no, there you go. That's just probably one of the videos that we've been seeing happening all over the place. And I mean,
on public property.
Wait for the cops.
No, we got to get through.
Please, this is a problem. This is public property. Please.
No, you're on public property.
Wait for the cops.
No, we got to get through. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
help
that's
us,
what
people.
we do.
We got shit to do. Sorry. We
We gotta fucking move this fucking mess.
We gotta fucking move this fucking mess.
Dude.
Whoa, we're changing.
You wanna get one? You can't block a road. You can't block the fucking road.
You're going to hurt someone.
I don't care.
Look, there's traffic coming.
There's people with medical problems here, and you want them to be in the fucking hot sun.
They call the cops. They call the cops.
Yeah.
Call the cops. Call the
Call
cops.
the cops.
Call the cops.
Who says we're
Call the cops.
Call the cops. Show me your badge. Call the cops. Call the cops.
Come.
You guys are fucking clowns.
Lock in. Come. Lock into the end, please, right now. Lock in. Get over here.
5 fucking people together.
Wait for the cops.
No, the cops are coming. They're right over there.
Right now, baby. Lock in.
These fat fucks are trying to stop us from going to Burning Man. Can we fucking help?
You're gonna eventually get there.
Hey, miss, you know what? It's been 4 fucking days.
You're obviously.
Oh, we're not burners?
Wait for the cops.
You're putting my life
Oh, well
at
then you
risk.
can fuck off.
Whoa! Is this Burning Man?
Yes.
This is Burning
No,
Man.
this is a
This
road.
is Burning Man.
Road.
Are you really burners? You put the government onto the floor. This is the democracy. This is the democracy. You have a right to protest.
Baby,
Get the
calm
cops.
down. Lock
Get the
yourself
cops.
in.
So you
Lock
fucking
yourself
unbelievable.
in. Lock yourself in.
Give me the
I'm
badge.
staying here. Come on. Keep calm.
Fuck your bird. Is it stupid? Is it stupid? Because these are birders. You got some birders that are just trying to get to the party, and these other people are like, no, we're burners, and we're trying to fix things. Ah.
You're going to believe like human beings then, and then out here you're like an animal. Look at this frost coming out. This is a democracy.
Yeah, it's a democracy. We have a lot of people that you're fucking up on the road.
Yeah, this is a democracy. You got a lot of people that you're fucking up on the road. We're trying to get to Burning Man, dog. I'm trying to go shake my dick, listen to fucking D.B. Get the fuck out of here.
You guys are doing bullshit.
Are you a burner?
This is how we try to wake up the community.
Are you a burner?
Fucking up the highway.
Are you a burner?
No. You don't seem like you're in an official capacity if you're blocking one, but
This is not how we do it. Tell me how we do it.
I don't know.
Baby, lock in and shut up, please. Lock in.
Baby, lock in
Every
and
change
shut
in
up.
society came from civil disobedience. All of them.
Of course it does, man, but
Yeah, but then I guess that's the question. Is blocking a fucking highway civil disobedience? Or is it just being a dumbass?
Patrol off duty. Not just here. Is there a highway patrol?
we're waiting for cops.
What's going on? Hey.
Yes, we'll give it.
We are attached.
Well, you change yourself.
Get out the way, you guys are causing traffic and traffic jam and people can get hurt like this. Get out the way.
We're getting hurt because of climate change. Look at what's happening in Maui. Look at what's happening right now.
Yeah, look at that climate change.
Get out the way. Get out the way.
We are getting hurt by this.
Look at that Cruise America RV right there. That thing's gonna get fucked up at Burning Man, dude. That thing's gonna be so fucking dusty on the inside of it. They probably had to put down like an extra Burning Man tax on that motherfucker.
Hey, hurting me.
Well, you change yourself to it.
Dumbass.
Come on through.
Move. You guys they need to get through.
What's your marketing plan? Get all the information out to the...
Y'all need to move. Yeah, so who handled it better? Did the people? The people I think were pretty nice. You know, they were just trying to get that shit out the way. And obviously the protesters were like, "Oh well, you know," but it's a bunch of fucking burners, so they all act like they're all hard as fuck, but they're all pussies. And then the real men showed up, and they basically showed us what was really up. What was really gonna happen, and I mean, it's just kind of funny, dude. Because there's just a number of different things that they probably could have done. And, I mean, I'm telling you, dude, people are getting crazy with this thing. The only thing preventing these idiots from getting hurt is the driver's sense of decency. We're not above taking them along for the ride. But, here's another group doing the same exact thing, right? The same exact shit. Although this one's a little bit different because they literally, jump up on top of people's cars. Look at this guy. Look at these people. I think he's already made his point that he's not going to stop, guys. I think you're seriously putting your lives in danger hanging on to this dude's fucking hood. What are they doing, dude? What are they doing? It's the same shit. It's just like when we're looking at these Burning Man people. Same dumbasses, just different areas of the world, right? But this is their thought process. This is what they think is going to cause change. It's insane. Look at how long this goes. They really think that they're going to be able to stop a car. This driver basically just kept driving slowly, right? They're not even really pushing the gas down. They're just letting the car do the pushing. And all these people have to do is just be like, all right, well, we didn't get this one. We might as well just let him go. But no, they're literally they're stopping the car. Now he's backing up, and they're still not getting off of the car. Get up! Get off of the car! Get off. Get off of the car. I feel like it's only gonna get worse, folks. It's only gonna get worse. It ain't gonna get better. And you know what? Is it gonna be a silent protest that we have to do? Because I don't think that's gonna work either. I don't know. Anyways, have you guys seen the big fantastic news from the National Archives about 5,400 Biden emails, which he uses a fake name to dish government info to Hunter Biden and others when he was the vice president? Cool. But yeah, that's another thing. That's coming up. 5,400 emails, electronic records, and documents. Doesn't that just sound fan-fucking-tastic? NARA confirmed the existence of the trove in a response to a June 2022 Freedom of Information Act request by the Southern Legal Foundation.
Used pseudonyms and alias names on emails with his son Hunter Biden about government business, with Hunter Biden copied on some emails about Ukraine during Joe's tenure as vice president. The emails, which included recipients or sender names such as Robert L. Peters or Robin Ware or J.R.B. Ware instead of Joe Biden, are raising questions as to whether the fake identities were an effort to mask Joe's involvement in Hunter's foreign business deals. In a letter to the National Archives, House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer is demanding that the administration turn over any document or communication in which a pseudonym for Vice President Joe Biden was used, included either as a sender, recipient, copied, or was included in the contents of the document communication. House Republicans are also asking why Hunter Biden was CC'd on any government emails pertaining to U.S. affairs with Ukraine. So coming on top of what House Republicans say are 176 suspicious activity reports from Biden bank accounts, whistleblower testimony alleging bribery, and evidence that the House Republicans say prove the Biden family has taken in millions of dollars from foreigners in an influence peddling scheme while Joe was vice president.
Oh, right. This just in. Hunter Biden helped coordinate a plan to shut down Ukrainian prosecutor Viktor Shokin's investigation into Burisma. After Shokin launched his new investigations into Burisma, the gas company turned to Hunter for help. Hunter then linked Burisma up with former Clinton administration officials who would work on behalf of Burisma to close down any cases pursuits against Burisma owner Zoloshevsky in Ukraine. Then the ex-Clinton officials who operated as a Washington, D.C. consultancy company named Blue Star Strategies were then hired by Burisma in late 2015. Their job was to lobby the State Department officials to protect Burisma. The chain of events line up with the congressional testimony where Archer claims Hunter Biden called Joe Biden to intervene in Shokin's investigation, which I think also definitely falls in line with Joe Biden coming out and saying that he had Viktor Shokin fired and they didn't fire him. They weren't getting $1 billion or something like that. I mean, I don't know. I'm telling you what Joe Biden said. Not what I said. But, the request is like, can DC help? Where it's specific, can we big guy help? It was always this Amphoras. Can we get help in DC? By the time of the March 2016 rolled out, Joe Biden threatened to withhold $1 billion from Ukraine if they didn't fire Shokin. Yeah. And then I guess that's it right there. Some of them emails or whatever that they were figuring out, and there's going to be a lot more of these, and I think that it's actually going to incorporate and encapsulate some of those other emails that everybody loves to talk about, or at least used to love to talk about. Anybody remember the good old Hillary Clinton emails or the DNC leaked emails? Because now we're going to actually be able to see a few things from the government, because in fact, if they're actually going to cough up any of this stuff, some enterprising fellows have already taken those names and, I don't know, gone to WikiLeaks and done a search to see if they can find any of those names within the WikiLeaks dumps. And it's pretty interesting, the fact that some people have already maybe have found something, which is even more interesting. So I think that this is a portion of time that's going to bring us back to the 2016 situation, because remember in 2016, they were doing some pretty shady shit. By they, I mean the Democrats, like Hillary Clinton. They were paying for fake dossiers to smear their political opponents and shit like that. And it's very weird how now, instead of it just being like fake stories and stuff, they're now just going to court with all of it, right? They're just like, well, we're just going to get you thrown in jail on some bullshit. Think about that. Think about it. Think about how that's going to be in the near future. Well, I don't know. What I do know is that, they said that the Trump trial is starting sometime March 24th of 2024, and that's going to be the day before Super Tuesday, meaning the presidential primary. And think about what's really happening.
Crooked Joe Biden is not only dumb and incompetent, I believe that he has gone mad, a stark raving lunatic with his horrible and country-threatening environmental open borders and DOJ, FBI weaponization policies. He is a mental catastrophe that is leading our country to hell. We'll end up in World War III because of this man, and for no reason whatsoever. Thank you. Crooked Joe Biden is not only dumb and...
Wow. That guy's looking better and better every fucking day. Can you believe that shit? Because, I mean, I never thought I would be saying that shit. But you know what? Here I fucking am saying that shit. And, I mean, is shit gonna get worse? I don't know, man. But I feel like this is exactly how the country's going down right now. And it's not good. It ain't good. You know, regardless of whether it's these guys that are blocking the roads or investigations from the National Archives that show us that some weird shit's happening. I mean, shit, there's also allegedly a hurricane that's going to be hitting fucking Florida again. And I feel like, well, shit, if you live in Florida, y'all motherfuckers get hit by hurricanes all the goddamn time. If you haven't moved, if I'm supposed to really feel fucking sorry for you at this point, no. Well, I hope you survive and shit like that, Florida man, and your crazy ass shit. I mean, I don't know. That looks like a really big ass storm. So, you know, don't get mad at me when alligators are fucking flying around and shit. It's not my. That's why I don't live in Florida. Because I'm not you. Fucking crazy people. I mean, it's a nice place. I've been there. It's a nice place. But, you know, like, would I be there, like, my whole life? Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. I ain't trying to drown. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. I ain't trying to fucking drown. I ain't trying to fucking drown. You know, I wanted to point out something is that, did you hear that Mark Zuckerberg took out a Chinese and Russian influence operation on their platform? I don't know if it has anything to do with or a connection to that botnet, but I feel like these two things aren't mutually exclusive. I feel like there's some overlap here that some people are going to be discussing, but I figured I would just say, Facebook canceled some China, Russia fake accounts across their social media sites, and all of a sudden a bunch of malware mysteriously gets deleted through a court order, and the FBI somehow is able to commit this feat in a way that even the malware itself isn't designed to do in the way that they described. I mean, just fucking crazy. So whether it's 105-mile-an-hour winds or some Chinese dude or is he Korean, I'm not exactly sure. I don't know. He is Oriental, and apparently he was like from Wuhan or something like that. But, you know, he was involved in a shooting. I'm sure that there's lots of conspiracy theories that people might be talking about, but, you know, me, I ain't gonna do it. All I guess I gotta leave you with today is that, remember, Fani Willis is gonna have all 19 defendants together in the Georgia election interference case, and they're gonna be tried together March 24th of 2024. It all begins. So I hope you guys got that date, set it out. And make sure you go watch Recato Law and shit like that so that you could get the best updates and stuff. Because, I mean, you totally couldn't get that information anywhere else. Right? Yeah. Right. So, it's been a pleasure to be with you today and at least talk about some of the news articles that are coming forward. And I guarantee you that things are probably going to get even stranger in the coming next few days. Although, what kind of thing is actually going to be happening? I don't know. I feel like there's probably going to be another shooting or something that's going to be coming up. And was this hurricane going to be like super bad or just bad? And I think it's just going to be bad. I think it's just going to be bad. So make sure you hit the like button, subscribe, share this shit with your friends if you feel like it. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening. Thanks for much for stopping by. And we hope you have a great rest of your evening. Adios. And peace. Bye-bye now. See you later.